Well, for Good Friday, I thought I would read what is termed a litany of remembrance. It's found in the Orders of Worship published by the General Assembly as long ago as 1932, and it's found in the services for Easter, and I'm going to read it exactly as it appears, except I'm going to update some of the language. But there are actually some responsive terms. The first five are "We praise you, O God, and bless your name," and the last three are "We ask you to hear us, O God." But this is a litany of remembrance from the Easter services in the book of Orders of Worship. So let us pray. Almighty and everlasting God, before whom stand the spirits of the living and the dead, light of lights, fountain of wisdom and goodness, who lives in all pure and humble and gracious souls, we praise you for all who have witnessed a good confession for your glory and the welfare of the world. Patriarchs, prophets and apostles, the wise of every land and age, and all teachers of humankind. We praise you, O God, and bless your name. For the martyrs of our holy faith, the faithful witnesses to Christ of whom the world was not worthy, and for all who have resisted falsehood and wrong unto suffering or death, we praise you, O God, and bless your name. For all who have laboured and suffered for freedom, good government and just laws, for all who have sought to lighten the dark places of the earth, and for all who have given their lives for their country, we praise you, O God, and bless your name. For those who have been tender and true and brave in all times and places, who in the world's common ways have lived upright and helpful lives, for all who have been one with you in the communion of Christ's Spirit and in the strength of his love, we praise you, O God, and bless your name. For the dear friends and kindred of our homes, whose faces we see no more, but whose love is with us forever. For the teachers and companions of our childhood and youth, and the members of our household of faith who worship you now in heaven. For the grace that was given to all these, and the trust and hope in which they lived and died, we praise you, O God, and bless your name. That we may hold them in continual remembrance, that the sanctity of their wisdom and goodness may rest upon our earthly days, and that we may prepare ourselves to follow them in their upward way, we ask you to hear us, O God. That we may ever think of them as with you, and be sure that where they are, there we may be also. We ask you to hear us, O God. That we may have a hope beyond this world for all your children, even for wanderers who must be sought and brought home. That we may be comforted and sustained by the promise of a time when none shall be strangers and exiles from the kingdom and household of God. We ask you to hear us, O God. In the fellowship of your Spirit and the communion of your saints, with the faithful and true of all ages and climes, with our beloved dead who dwell in your presence and peace, we who now live and labour on earth unite in ascribing thanksgiving, glory, honour and power unto the Lord our God, as it was in the beginning, is now and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.